Well, there is one specific player that I feel like both of us feel like was a
It's not
detriment to
just
the
us.
offense on Friday night.
It's not just us.
Well,
And it wasn't
we
just Friday.
specifically talked about this pre-show, so
Yes.
we are in agreement that this specific player didn't necessarily help us Friday night.
And he
I'm
will continue not to.
talking about our hot button guy. He's on a hot seat, right? He's got to like everybody's calling for his job. Like Jawaan
Everybody is calling for a
Taylor
job.
should not be paid the amount of money that he's paid because he's like where he's paid at right tackle, like he's not in that skill bracket. I promise you. Like it's not.
I think he's top three paid at the right tackle position. He would be like a
And
top
we like
eight paid at left.
PFF grades him decently on pass blocking. Usually like last year, like he was top 15 or whatever. And like they grade him poorly on run blocking, but I hate him as a pass blocking right tackle. Okay, my top five today is the top five worst matchups for Jawaan Taylor at the end position across from him, because like boy does he get torched sometimes. And Josh Simmons looked great. Pat didn't have pressure necessarily coming from that side too often, but he's always got pressure coming from the right side, and he's got to step up or loop out one of the two, because there's always somebody in his face coming from his right side. Like it's not his blind side, luckily, but it's ridiculous the amount of times that he's just Jawaan Taylor is put on an island and consistently lets the defensive end like hunt all over his island. Like I don't.
Or even has help from a tight end and still gets beat.
Well, yeah,
It's
it's
even
embarrassing.
worse.
So my top five, top five. Uh, honorable mention. This was Jadeveon Clowney's probably. Dang it! I just gave it. This was Jawaan Taylor's probably worst game last season. But when we played the Panthers and Jadeveon Clowney was wearing number 7 on the Panthers, uh, he was in the backfield all game. Jawaan Taylor could not stop an old Jadeveon Clowney last year.
That was the best game Jadavian Clowney had since he was a rookie, I believe.
I mean, Jawaan Taylor gave it to him, dude. Like, number 5, maybe this guy should have been higher up on the list because he really embarrassed him in the Super Bowl. But Josh Sweat, uh, I think luckily Josh Sweat doesn't play for the Eagles anymore. They got rid of
No,
him,
he does
right?
not.
Yeah, so we
Well,
don't
didn't
have
get
to
rid of
see
him.
him. We don't have to
Didn't
see
sign
him
him.
next week. But Josh Sweat bullied Jawaan Taylor in the Super Bowl last year. Number 4, because he was on him some of the time Friday night. Khalil Mack, awful matchup for Jawaan Taylor. He can't handle it. Number 3, the Super Bowl before the Eagles. We actually won, but still, he had a hard time with this pass rusher, Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa kind of little boys Jawaan Taylor a lot in that game if you want to go look at it. Number 2, before Aiden Hutchinson got hurt last season.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
Gosh, he made Jawaan Taylor look horrible in that Detroit Lions game.
Oh,
Dude,
I blocked that out from my memory. Oh, like that was, I thought that was a bad
Aiden
nightmare. That
Hutchinson,
was,
of course, one of the best pass rushers in the NFL, but Jawaan Taylor is not built to handle him.
I don't think he's had a better, like, and this isn't like a short, this isn't like a slight at Aiden Hutchinson. He's had some great games. I don't think he's ever had a better game. That doesn't mean like that's how many sacks he got. Dude was in Pat's face the entire game. He stuffed every run that came to his side. It was debilitating.
And you know, it's something about these white boys on the DN spot because number 1 is Max Crosby. Every time we play the Raiders, uh, he tees off. Okay, Max Crosby lines up a little bit wider, and just comes at Jawaan Taylor, is screaming off the edge. Pat Mahomes is always running for his life when we play the Raiders. It doesn't really matter that much because he gets the ball away. Thank God, Patrick Mahomes knows what he's doing out there. But Jawaan Taylor clearly does not a lot of the times when he's pass blocking. Um, now, granted, most of these names on this list are premier pass rushers in the NFL. Some of them are washed up, some of them are racist, but um, like he's having trouble against the premier guys at the position, and how much longer do we let it go before we're like, hey, we got this guy named Jalen Moore that we brought in the offseason. Let's give him a shot.
I don't think it's going to take long. I mean, it honestly, uh, honestly, I would not be surprised if Jawaan Taylor doesn't start this upcoming week against the Eagles or is not swapped out some portion through the game. I would be more surprised if he starts and then also plays the entire game against the Eagles.
Would you be more surprised if he didn't really have uh many problems? Like if he was like holding his own on the line?
That would actually be the biggest surprise.
Yeah.
I would be more surprised that he held his own for the entire game than I would that he starts and plays the entire game. That
Now,
would
what I
be
am
a
really
feat.
curious about when I was doing just like a little bit of research on this top five is PFF has him graded absolutely abysmally on run blocking, and so I feel like I need to go back and watch like more of our run tape and see what the problem is when he's run blocking because why don't they like if we're getting 5 yards a carry, like what is Jawaan Taylor doing so bad in the run blocking game? Like
We don't we I told you we have two run plays. One's inside zone
and
left, the
so
other's inside zone right.
his job every time is to reach somebody basically. Like he's got to
Yeah,
reach the
just
end.
just keep them
Like
just keep them over here. The other side of that is look at our run plays and where do we go? Left. Because here's the thing. We've
I guess
had
we know he's
two
bad and we run away from
we
him.
know he's bad, so we go to the other side, which is why they always stack the box on our left hand side, defense's right hand side. The other thing is we've also had two of we all also take PFF's grades with a grain of salt, but in the last this year so far
Which is why
and
I'm
and the
saying I
last
have to go
couple of
back and
years,
look at it and make my own
we've
decision.
had one of the two of the better run blockers in the league in a left guard position. Joe Tooney, all around great left guard, pass blocking, run blocking. Yes. We also have Kingsley, who plays our left guard position now, and is by PFF standards through the preseason and week one is one of the best run blockers in the league at the left guard position. He's also, by PFF grades, one of the worst pass blocking offensive linemen in the entire league. So take that with a grain of salt, but that's what the stats say, and that's how the Chiefs also run the offense is inside zone left far more often than inside zone right.